Hi folks, my name is Justin, and
Don't put me in this video.
This
Edit me out.
is...
You know what you should do? You know, just do whatever you're gonna do, because I'm not gonna win.
Vash?
Ugh.
Today we just saw Hansel and Gretel,
Ugh.
Witch Hunters.
You know, my thing is, maybe I just don't know movies that well. How do you make a movie like this and not somebody on the set be like, excuse me, bad idea?
You know what? I enjoyed it.
You must be smoking.
I did enjoy
You are
it
on
because
because there's no way you like this movie.
what's important is I knew what I was walking into. This is 100% a movie you turn your head off before
I
you
am
walk
like
in there.
so not even into any of
Which
this movie.
amazes me because you loved Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Good movie. That
It was
a good
all
movie.
about
I love that.
killing something that looked
Vampires
really,
and axes.
really weird.
And another thing.
In
how
this
come-
case, it was bows and arrows and apparently shotguns. I have no idea when this movie takes place because we go from like medieval time-looking villages to shotguns and Gatling guns involved, and like a taser at some point.
Electricity.
Like there is quite a wide range of historical.
Oh, wow, they had a taser with electricity, but nobody had light switches.
There were still electrical things
I
happening.
thought they
before
had
the
light
light.
switches first.
What would the light switch do if there wasn't electricity?
The candles. I'm going to tell you why this movie doesn't make sense. I'm going to say it in German. Hansel and Gretel. That's all I can do.
That's
I really
German.
Can't. Yeah, that's German, right? I did good. I can't
Spot
really
on.
do accents that well.
No, really, I
Anyway,
couldn't do it.
Hansel and Gretel went out into the forest and they came across a gingerbread house, a candy house. There's no ants anywhere in this forest. I have never seen candy lying around the forest and there's not crawling with ants. It's not like witches live in candy houses. Just that one did.
This
Well,
one
why?
did.
They never
to
said why.
lure in children. Wasn't that the whole point of her?
Well, I guess that does make sense. In the original story, I guess they kill the witch and then there's breadcrumbs to lead them back home.
Yeah.
Like, who carries bread with them? I thought, because like in Hunger Games, bread was like a commodity. Like,
Those are different worlds, different movies.
you don't link your movies together? Like,
You link every movie you've ever seen together?
well, that's another thing. Like, for instance, in this, you had Hawkeye versus Phoenix.
I don't think that's who they called them in the movie.
No, but she looked like she did in the Phoenix. She wore the same long black coat, the long hair. It was just black instead of
Famke
red.
Janssen,
I
yes.
think this movie was filmed with old X-Men 3 footage. So in this movie, it's kind of like, okay, Hansel and Gretel are actually taken into the woods by their father. Now he says, listen, kids, don't die at home. Go die in the woods where it's safe. I could have wrote this while clipping my toenails.
The action sequences I thought were
They're
good.
terrible. You couldn't see what was happening. I couldn't get a feel of how hard they were hitting because you wouldn't see the whole arm.
You
would just
saw
see
them
the
flying
fist.
in the air.
How many times do you get thrown into a tree and nobody gets cuts and scrapes in this movie?
They did get cuts and scrapes in the movie.
I didn't. They're busting through trees and stuff. Let me throw you through a tree, and I bet you don't get up and keep fighting. The killings in this were, first of all, they weren't interesting killings. I guess they went to like Kmart and got bucket of blood and guts and threw that on the screen.
You don't even like it when it looks real, Vash. You get squeamish. Ironically, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter
Good movie.
had terrible violence in it. The blood looked completely CGI.
I think it was, but Abraham Lincoln had an axe. I love bow and arrow, hate crossbows. Crossbow is a lazy man's bow and arrow. Do like Tonto and Geronimo did. Learn how to shoot something with your own two hands.
Was Tonto known for shooting a bow and arrow?
I don't know, he's an Indian. I thought they all...
Just had to go there, didn't you?
You know what bothers me? Let's say I take my kids, little Peter Parker and Bookcase, to see this movie.
I'm sorry,
And-
did you name your kids Peter Parker and Bookcase?
Yeah, the girl will be Bookcase. I was thinking about Lois Lane, but I don't really like Lois Lane. She's
Why
annoying.
Bookcase?
Why just 10? Why not just 8? I don't appreciate how this is what they're going to grow up on. This is the movie that they're going to say, I grew up on this. When we got an amazing movie like Labyrinth.
This movie was rated R, wasn't it?
So was Labyrinth, wasn't it?
No, Labyrinth is G or PG.
Never-ending story. That
Also
was
a
good
kid's
movie.
movie.
What I'm saying? Oh, Princess Bride. That was rated R, right?
Rated... I'm going to give this movie a 3 out of 5. Rent it, Netflix it, watch it on demand.
Okay, I would set out 5 witch hats for this movie.
Okay?
And burn them all. I don't ever want to talk about this movie again. Matter of fact, once you put this up for everybody to view and they've all viewed it, take it off.
Next week, we're going to go see Warm Bodies.
I didn't choose that. I'm not going to see that.
Okay.
I had another choice.
What was your choice?
What's playing?
There also is Bullet to the Head with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I want to see that.
The other movie is Stand Up Guys with Al Pacino and Christopher Walken.
Yeah, I'm not going to see that.
Okay. Well,
All right.
those are 3 movies. So we're going to go see Warm
Bullet
Bodies.
to the Head. Bullet to the
Bodies.
Head.
Warm Bodies.
Bullet to the Head.
Please subscribe to the channel.
Why do you? That's all you ever do. Give them something to work with.
What do you mean give him something to work with? I gave him a big button.
That's not
What's
big.
better than
That's
that?
not big enough. Make it bigger.
It's going to... Okay, fine.
No, bigger.
Fine.
Bigger.
It's already bigger.
Well, how big is it?
It's big enough.
That's what she said.